Hello everyone, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Darlene Scangarello, and I'm presenting the virtual presentation on how to integrate collaborative Google Docs into your existing learning management system. So I'm very excited to be a part of the 2014 Online Teaching Conference, and I'm excited to show you some useful ways for integrating Google Docs. So Google Docs give us the ability to share files with other Google users and even non-Google users. Now you can share a file with anybody that has a Google account. You can even have everyone who you share the document with edit the document. This presentation covers 3 beneficial aspects of using Google Docs. Number 1, how to share Google Docs. And number 2, if you're an instructor who would like a simple way to get your students to work together or communicate in a way that is easily tracked, you can embed the doc right into your learning management system. And 3, some helpful hints and tips on examples of ways to collaborate in the shared files. Many online instructors wish to see students interacting with one another's assignments, offering feedback, and reflecting on each other's work products. However, what tool to use and where to house it are often cumbersome questions to answer. Google Docs provides a single location where multiple users add content and feedback. And the best part of all is that Google Drive files can easily be embedded right into your course using iframe HTML in 3 easy steps, which I will show you later. So the types of files that you can create are Google's proprietary format, and that's what's considered a Google Doc. So basically, word processing documents, spreadsheets, forms, and presentations can all be edited directly online in Google Drive simultaneously with your students at the same time. In addition, any files you create using Google Docs do not account against your 5 GB storage when you open up a Gmail account or a Google Plus account. So one of the highlights of using Google Drive, and thus Google Docs, is the ability to share files with other Google users. So now you can share a file with anyone that has a Google account, or if you just want them to view the document, they don't even need an account. Just send anybody the link. I normally sign into my Gmail account, and then I click the grid of 9 dots where the green arrow is pointing on the top, which represents the Google Apps icon. Okay, and then in the top right corner, you can, once you select that, then you're going to get 9 different options. So each of the 9 dots on the grid represents one of the 9 apps, which now they have even more than that. And then you're going to select Drive. So next, once you click Drive, you're going to see this. So now you have to decide what kind of file do you want by selecting the red Create box on the top left. And now you're ready to start sharing. So to start sharing files with any Google Doc open, you can right-click on the entire folder if you have multiple documents that you want to share, or just a single document. And when the pop-up window displays, you choose Share. The other very common way to share is to simply click the Share button on the top right-hand side. Here you can see a list of everybody that currently has access to the file. And if you'd like to try it out, you can share the document with just 1 or 2 people, or maybe you want to keep only a few students on each document because they will be working closely together on a small project. And remember, anytime later on, just click the Share button again to change permissions or add or remove students. So there's quite a lot of flexibility and control built right into the Google Doc applications. Okay. So once you do that, you're going to get a pop-up window that gives you more features to sort out. So right now the sharing settings, as you can see, are set to private, where only you can access the file. To make it collaborative, simply click on the blue text Change to get more options. Now you're on the sharing settings window. So right now, anyone with the link can edit, because those are the two that are selected here. That means that they can make changes to the document as soon as they open the link that you sent them. So if I decide, for example, to click the pull-down menu beside that and select Can View, then they can only read the document and they won't be able to make any edits. And furthermore, if I only want my students to make comments and still not be able to make any edits, then I would select Can Comment. Also, remember to go to the Google Drive Gmail, the Google Drive website, and find how to research shared settings if you want to find out more. And your last sharing step is the very bottom where the green arrow is pointing down. So now you are ready to invite the people. And because you're done setting the permissions, you could just send them an email. There's a few ways to do this. You can add individual people or groups of people using the group email address. Then make sure you click the blue button on the bottom left. And that closes the first part of sharing the documents. Now part 2 of this is how to embed the code into your existing online course. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and basically how to copy the iframe code, paste the link to share, and voila. It's a live document that you can reflect upon and have discussions on inside your course and track it as you need to. Okay, so to begin with, you would copy the iframe code and replace the URL with the URL you want. It's that easy. So once you've selected the file, then you click on the file, and at the top left, your document will have a pull-down menu that says File. So you're going to choose Publish to the Web or Embed Code. Then you copy the iframe code so that it's on your clipboard. Okay, now at this point you're going to go to your online course shell and use your username and password to log on. And once you get to the section where you would like for that document to live, you can select the HTML tab down inside your visual editor, paste the iframe code, and save your changes. It's that easy. So you might want to adjust the width and the height settings to fit the dimensions as needed, but the rest of the code needs to stay intact. So for example, the width on this example is 640 and the height is 480. So if you display that into your LMS and it might be too narrow, then you would just increase the width accordingly. But make sure that you do it proportionally, otherwise it's not going to look very well visually. Okay, now that's about it. You've grabbed the highlighted link to share it, you've pasted it into your HTML editor and saved it, so you are all ready to go live. At this point, I would recommend that you simply refresh your online course and test it out to make sure that you're satisfied with that file and that you're ready to get your students collaborating with the presentation or the document. Okay, and on part 3 of this presentation, we just wanted to go over some quick tips and edits and benefits of collaboration through Google Docs. So basically, making edits, uploads, providing feedback, and making general comments to promote group discussions or commentaries are just a few ways to use Google Docs. Instructors can have everyone collaborating within the same document, and its contents will always be automatically updated inside the course shell. I think this point is definitely my favorite because instructors and students can create a shared collection of thoughts and assemble them into a living file that is viewable as is right inside the course itself. Multiple students can make comments simultaneously too. So prior to using this tool, many instructors were definitely frustrated with the incompatibilities between uploading, downloading papers, hoping that the different versions did not change the integrity of the documents, and tracking changes, uploads, emails were often a long and unsuccessful model to follow, primarily because of different versions and different platforms, but also just because of all the required steps to get the file back to the student were just too labor intensive. So now with Google Docs, being that you can have simultaneous edits on the one single file, there's no more waiting your turn or managing multiple versions, or moreover, making the instructor do all of the hard work. So by editing and working in the cloud, these issues vanish. Once a student shares a document or the instructor shares a document with all of the students, comments can quickly be made and feedback is immediately received. So basically, before you decide to experiment with Google Docs inside an online course, be sure to familiarize yourself with the technology and its varied uses. I actually helped out a faculty member who had a certain dilemma in her art class. So embedding a Google Doc presentation file became the most practical solution for her. It was an art class where students typically uploaded and downloaded their drawings to her, and then she downloaded them one by one to her hard drive, then uploaded them one by one to her online course shell using Dropbox. But she wanted something more efficient, and she also wanted the students to be able to view each other's art and respond to it with a comment or even a voice recording. So when we embedded the presentation Google Doc into her art class online, we found that with a simple instruction slide, telling the students how to insert their own slide and label it and include their art drawing on it, then we are ready to proceed to respond to the other art slides that were created and even add an audio comment. This was only possible through using Google Docs. And I definitely think it's a good best practice to provide the students with a quick demo of basically how to use the technology on Google Docs if they don't already know, and especially focusing on the commenting tools. Okay, so this slide is about viewing your chats and comments inside of your LMS. So basically, even though the chats and comments obviously cannot be made right inside of your LMS, they do have to be made inside the Google Docs. But the LMS will display everything that's been done all the time. So it's a great way to kind of have a share out of the project as a great kind of closure of a project, and it gives you lots of other opportunities to continue to grow inside your learning curve of using the Google Docs. I just really recommend that you get comfortable with the technology before you're asking your students to use it. So I think it's best to go through a mock editing process with another instructor or colleague, and it lets you also see what it looks like when more than one person is working on the file. So here's an example of multiple people working on a slide or a presentation. You can see who's currently working on this document because her color code is pink and the cell she is working on is pink too. Notice the two green arrows pointing to each of the cells. If you want to have someone share this, if you want to share this with additional people beyond the one person, then you just click share and add another person. Also, if you expand the viewer, you can see who it is. And as she makes a change, you can also see that certain changes have been saved right at the top. And furthermore, in Google Docs, you can also chat by expanding the menu right above the name. And then you can chat back, so there's no need for phone calls. This is how easy it is to work collaboratively live at the same time with any other viewer. This slide is just showing you another different view of a spreadsheet where comments are being made immediately. And it shows like a pull-down menu of multiple comments and multiple users. And just noting that the newest ones are always on the top. And if you see those little yellow notches in the middle, those are always my first indicators to know that comments were added to my file. So you can also mouse over items and a text will pop up so that you can identify what's been going on and who's been doing what. You can read it and then also choose to reply it by hitting the reply button. So my favorite thing about Google Drive is definitely that you can access it anywhere, and all of the files are free. They're not requiring you to use any of your hard drive space, and you do have quite a bit of free space, up to 5 gigabytes. So there's plenty of files that you can create with your students and share them. Furthermore, you can always add a little bit more money to get additional space for beyond the 5 gigabytes. I highly recommend that you check out the Google Drive web app online by simply typing in Google Drive web app into your search engine, which would probably be Google, but they all work fine. And then you can access slides and other Google Docs wherever you are, 24/7, even on your mobile devices and phones. So I really recommend that you give this Google Doc integration a try for a richer, a fast and efficient way to create collaboration among your students and with you. Because it's also giving the students a stronger voice the more and more they are able to work together, especially in online environments. And I also wanted to add in this tip for you. So if you want to have voice comments, there is a third-party app called Kaizena, and that actually allows you to highlight text, so you can record and attach voice comments to actually any shared Google Doc. And there's 2 ways to access Kaizena. You can go to the website, which is kaizena.com, and you can install the Chrome web app. When you go to the Chrome web app, you're going to click on the one that says link after that. So I encourage you to take a look at that if that interests you in any way. I think that students in today's environment, especially online environments, would really appreciate this app. So integrating Google Docs into your LMS is definitely all about keeping your online students engaged and connected. And I believe they will be happier too. Thank you very much for taking the time to view this virtual presentation, and I hope that you give it a try, and furthermore that you have something great to say about it, and you can post up something on the Google Doc blog and why it works so well for you in your course. So best of luck to you, and thank you very much.